Hi, I'm Dave from Huddle Up. Thanks for joining us today. The best learning experiences have always been collaborative. And today, there's no denying that learning online is becoming the new norm. We can see the declining demand for isolated learning experiences and the rapid increase in cohort-based online learning. With cohorts, we can tap into social learning, where we learn from one another. We see cohorts popping up all around us. Consultants utilize learning cohorts, whether working with companies or organizing their own cohort around topics from entrepreneurial incubators to DEI leaders. Organizations are building in-house cohorts to connect, learn, and solve organizational-specific challenges. Schools and universities are turning to cohort-based learning to connect students with each other and increasingly with real-world mentors. And, of course, the massive increase in public online courses for different audiences. Whether you want to learn sales techniques, how to code, how to write a business plan, or how to master LinkedIn, these experiences are increasingly becoming cohort-based. The advantage of cohort learning is the value added through the interactions of the participants, through the learning that happens from feedback and the building of relationships. But cohort-based learning still faces a pressing problem. Meet Sam. Sam is a successful marketing consultant and speaker. The audience loves her message, and this allows Sam to get additional work consulting. Sometimes it's with a specific company, and sometimes it's with a diverse group of professionals who just want to improve their skills. In both cases, Sam and her participants struggle with the same problem. As soon as she leaves, learners are left to implement on their own. The enthusiasm of implementing a new initiative wanes. Questions arise because it's a struggle to put ideas into action, and the initiative takes a back seat to the daily realities of business as usual. Sam's ideas struggle to take hold within an organization. Companies and individuals spend time and money trying to improve, but often the results don't last. That's because if you're in an online cohort today, chances are it looks like this. The project leader shares best practices about the topic, usually through a video, PowerPoint, or PDF. Sometimes, learners are asked to take a quiz or write a summary of their learning. There's likely a discussion board where learners can share questions, and the real interaction comes during Zoom meetings. For the most part, that's today's model of cohort-based learning. It's certainly an improvement from the isolated learning models of the past, but it still falls short of leveraging the real power of the cohort. For starters, although the cohort moves through the project within the same timeline, each user is largely working in isolation, each within their own lane. They seldom are learning from the ideas of others because most of the work is passive recall with a quiz or written response. Learners often don't get a chance to actually apply their knowledge by sharing a solution. And if they do, it's usually only shared with the project leader, or followed with a superficial prompt. The only time they get to truly act as a cohort is during the live video conference on Zoom. But we're all zoomed out. And even when we do meet on Zoom, the time is usually dominated by just a few. It's ironic that one of our most interactive elements leaves many within the cohort as passive observers. When we're asked to share opinions and analysis, it often leads to spontaneous responses from the outspoken few. The cohort struggles to find the time and space to let each learner meaningfully learn from one another. At Huddle Up, we take a very different approach. We aim to transform the way cohorts collaborate and learn by focusing on shared ideas and feedback. The Huddle Up platform was purpose-built to be different, to develop a more connected online community that learns from one another in a natural loop of sharing ideas and feedback. With single sign-on, learners can join your project in one click, and once inside, they'll immediately feel part of the cohort as each user's progress is displayed, helping to build accountability and a true community. They'll see their challenge front and center and the tasks that need to be completed. And best of all, Huddle Up allows users to interact. They benefit from receiving quantitative feedback from others based on criteria customized by the project leader, like these additional open feedback comments. Qualitative feedback is easy to share via comments, group chats, and direct messages. These are the connections that help turn a cohort into a community. Use Huddle Up as a simple extension to your existing model or as a standalone experience. We made it easy to add your own resources to completely customize the experience that you want. It's the type of experience that Sam and her participants need, where they share research and best practices, use those resources to share their own solutions while learning from each other and the feedback that they receive. They need an experience where meaningful interaction is not limited to a rushed Zoom call. They need time to reflect and share their best thinking and their best feedback. And they need time to review what everyone else is thinking, so that prior to the Zoom meeting, the group's thinking is already documented. At the end of this online experience, the participants walk away with more than just Sam's ideas and resources. They have an archive of the entire cohort's thinking, solutions, and collective feedback. That's a model that benefits each user. More importantly, it connects the cohort with a shared purpose, to implement change, and it provides data to make transparent, collective decisions. Huddle Up offers a more meaningful way for your cohorts to interact. It's a model that makes a difference. It represents the future of how cohorts will learn and collaborate. It's a future where teams can focus on solutions, collaborate and interact, work flexibly and asynchronously, leverage feedback and data, and feel connected to one another. If that's the future you want to see, reach out and customize your own interactive experience by scheduling your free demo of Huddle Up. Thanks for joining us today.